So, known crybaby and professional pole position bottler Lando Norris has retracted his statement about Max Verstappen's run from P17 to P1 in Brazil being luck and not talent. And he says it's the media that spun his words of what he said, and that's why it sounded like that. And we're not gonna let him get away with that, okay? Because he's fucking lying, okay? So we're going to go over what he said at the FIA Awards yesterday, and then I'm going to show you a couple of clips of him absolutely coping after Brazil, and totally in context, not cut out, not cut up, not any of that, just straight words out of his mouth. So let's get started with this clip here. This is the FIA Awards yesterday in Rwanda.
First of all, I retract that comment back there where I said it was all luck, no talent. You know how the media change things, but
Oh, the media changed things. Oh, is that right? Oh, did he not think that this was still like recorded and like publicly available to go see? Because you just lying, bro. So let's go back to the very first interview that everybody saw, the F1 interview after the race, and this was the main clip that was going around of him saying that it was all
sometimes
luck.
it just goes your way, you know. So
Sometimes it
nothing
goes
you
your
did
way,
wrong.
yeah. It is something you did wrong though, because you could have stayed out like Max and the Alpines did, and you would have maintained your track position. But anyway,
I don't get what people say. Staying out was not the right thing to do.
but it was though, because that's what worked out and won the race. So keep coping. That's okay.
It shouldn't have been red flagged.
Absolutely should have been red flag for those conditions the whole time. Not even red flag for the crashes that happened. Should have been red flag for the conditions, most likely. But anyway.
But obviously that was the crash in the end, which caused the red. So
Yeah.
that's life sometimes.
Yeah.
You take a gamble, it's paid off for them. It's not talent, or it's just luck. So,
Oh, it's not talent. So he'll go on to talk about how he doesn't agree with the red flag, being able to change your tires, and saying and then saying that's not talent, it's just luck. Taking those things into consideration is talent. Taking that into consideration that if this is going to be red flag soon, which at that point it was likely that it would have been, that we'll get a free pit stop out of it, knowing the rules, and that's what Max does the best is know the limit of the rules and then pushing it to the limit, right? So Lando, obviously, that's the main thing there is him saying it's not luck, it's just
it's not
talent, or
talent, or
it's not talent, it's just luck.
it's just luck. So
So that's not out of
bit unlucky,
context.
obviously.
Bit unlucky. So he says he's a bit unlucky this weekend. So that's not out of context. That's right out of his mouth. I never saw this interview after the fact, but this is a Sky Sports interview that he did probably right after that other interview, and this one's even worse. So first of all, he says
Losses were just under the red flag with the free pit stop for the. Yeah, all of our position losses were just under the red flag with the free pit stop for the others. So
all of our position losses were under the red flag because of the tires and whatever the fuck. Remember this? Remember this around turn one?
Who finds himself taking the
Yeah.
lead as Lando Norris has gone off the
He lost the position to Piastri there, which I imagine he gave right back, but he would have lost more if he didn't rejoin.
road. The
Kind of
champion.
unsafe. I mean, here he comes rejoining here, and this is the two cars he was ahead of
Championship
before. So
pendulum
he got lucky that it wasn't that bad. But what about that, little bro? Anything we're gonna
for
show
George
about
Russell.
that?
But a
Oh, there he goes,
better one.
wobbling out and off track. So first of all, that's cope. Second of all, let's go to the second clip here because this one's even worse. This is again him saying how it's lucky and not skill. So
it was the right thing to do. Just we was unlucky. So
it was the right. So again, he's saying the right thing to do was to pit, which obviously it wasn't. So he's just still coping about that.
I don't care about the hindsight of things.
I don't care about the hindsight of it. Well, maybe you should, bro. Maybe you'd win some more races and maybe a championship then if you cared about the hindsight of things. You ever think of that? What?
That's luck for them. Nothing.
That's
More,
luck.
it's just
Nothing more. It's just luck.
they got lucky on a rule that no one agrees with.
A rule that no one agrees with. Again, it would have been if it would have
Today they
benefited
agree with
you.
it, but
It
every
would have.
driver's disagreed with it in the past. And today,
And listen, the rule maybe isn't great because under red flag you can get a tire change. But again, if you know that's the rule coming into it, and you know that the session is at that point is likely to be red flagged, why aren't you going to stay out and try for a couple more laps and then see until you absolutely can't? And that's on you for not being able to stay out in the wet like Max can on those kind of tires because you got the same wear, you know.
benefited them. It could have benefited us if we just stayed out, but that's a stupid thing to think of, you know. So
It's a stupid thing to think of. It's a stupid thing to consider that a red flag means you get a free pit stop. That's stupid, right? That's exactly why those three guys that were on the podium were there, is because they stayed out and considered that it could be a red flag and they could get a free pit stop. But that's stupid, right? Yeah, cost you a podium, probably a race win, but that's stupid, right?
Unlucky today. Nothing more. Of course, disappointing with the results and could have been better, but nothing more. A stupid thing to think of, you know. So just a bit unlucky today. Nothing more.
Just a bit unlucky. Just a bit unlucky. You know what I mean? A bit, but also it's a bit your fucking fault, and it's your fault for not being able to stay out in those conditions. And yeah, just one more time.
First of all, congratulations to Max. What he did this year, what he did in Brazil, of course, was incredible. So I'm the first one to acknowledge such a thing when I'm the one going up against him.
What is that supposed to mean?
Yes, it was a tough season, of course.
Yeah, it was.
I tried to give my best and put up the best battle that
Not
I could,
good
but this year was not enough. And
anyway, everyone in the comments here is defending him and saying, "Oh yeah, the media like to change things. British media isn't liking this at all." A lot of like the top comment is saying that the media like to change things, and they're like praising him for saying that. They didn't change fucking anything. They didn't change anything. Those are the exact words out of his mouth. We'll just do it one more time here to close it off, because it's the exact words out of his mouth here.
Obviously, that was the crash in the end, which caused the red. So just that's life sometimes. You take a gamble, it's paid off for them.
You took a gamble by pitting early. What do you mean, bro? The gamble was to pit early. That was the gamble.
It's not talent, or you know, it's just luck. So
it's not talent. Yeah, P17 to P1 in the rain. Yeah, totally not talent, bro. Fucking crybaby bitch, bro. Absolute crybaby bitch. Not championship material. Not the championship mentality. I get he's young and everything like that, but he's never gonna beat Max acting like this and having these and then afterwards being like, "Oh yeah, I want to retract my statement because it was just the media." No, it fucking wasn't, bro. It was you being a little crybaby bitch after the race, not being able to cope with the fact that you couldn't stay out in the conditions, pit, lost track position, and then lost to your championship rival at that point, where it was very close coming into that race, and he came from P17 to P1 after a shit qualifying and a grid penalty. Get over it, bro. You're just not that guy. You're just not that guy. Get over it. That's all. There's not the FIA awards were corny as fuck. I wouldn't even recommend going to see it, because all the awards were just like, oh, first in the drivers' championship, second in the, like, we already know that, bro. There was I don't know. It was just corny as fuck. They did it in Rwanda. Every like 2 minutes there was some tribal fucking music going on. Just such fucking whatever. Yeah, Lando trying to blame the media. We're not going to let him get away with that, though. Not around here, because it was right out of his fucking mouth. Crybaby after the fucking race. So that's it. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe. I'll be back with more over the break here. It's a fucking 3-month break. Peace.